Peace family, it's the Vegan Trainer here once again, and today we got our Q&A starting up. So if you don't know, every day or pretty much every day that I can, I'm going to be uploading a video just kind of answering a few questions. If you didn't get to put a Q&A or put a question to my Q&A post, go to my Instagram. I am the Vegan Trainer. And you'll find that post there, and just post your question, whatever it is. I'm going to answer it via video, and we'll post them on YouTube, Instagram, all that good stuff. Okay, so this is the only time that I'll mention that. From here on out, you're just gonna get the Q&A, baby. We're gonna keep it real. So let's get started. How do you manage to maintain a high protein, low carb diet? Does it upset your stomach? That's a great question, because as a vegan, most of us usually go on a higher carb end. And that's why a lot of vegans are having a hard time burning fat. A lot of vegans are having a hard time getting the striations, getting the lean muscle to, to pop. So what I personally do is I eat a lot of nuts and seeds. So I do pretty much every day I have some pumpkin seeds because it's really high in protein, really good on the fats. Every day I have some hemp seeds. Usually I'll make a huge salad with hemp seeds, flax seeds sometimes, pumpkin seeds, and then I'll throw a little hemp seed oil in there. My diet tends to be a little higher in fat because my carbs are so low. I try to stay under 200 grams of carbs each day. And maybe once or twice a week, I might go into the higher carb realm. But pretty much everything's gonna be a low carb under 200 grams. And right now I'm doing like maybe 2 cardio sessions a day for at least 5 days a week, and then still working out. So I'm cutting down right now. I'm low carb. It does not upset my stomach at all. Actually, I feel great. I sleep so much better on, believe it or not, on a higher fat diet. Now, I don't do a lot of oil, which some of you are, here and there with that. But me personally, it's higher fat, almost like a paleo-ish. I don't really get into the keto and the paleo, but it's pretty close to it, believe it or not. And I'd like to say that my protein tends to stay fairly high as well, because I'm trying to maintain a good amount of muscle and making sure that my digestion is still there, which those, green carbs, that's what I call them, green carbs, kale, parsley. I use a lot of green carbs. That's where my carbs come from. I am not eating fruit right now. Sadly, I'm not eating fruit. Most of my carbs, if not all of my carbs, are coming from greens and maybe, some grape tomatoes. That's it. So that's what's going on with that. If you are trying to do a lower carb diet and maybe high protein or moderate protein, you're going to need to lean on more so of the nut seeds route. And then in addition to that, you can have a clean protein. Me personally, when I'm cutting, or the days that I'm cutting, I'm raw. I'm doing all raw foods. So my raw cutting, and that was a surprise I just gave you. I was gonna show you my after picture, and when people ask like, oh, how did you get there? Mostly raw. When I cheat or when I go high carb, that's when I actually go out and have some cooked food. But during the cheat or during the low carb, high protein, high fat type diet, most of it is raw. And I use a protein right now that is it's really good. Most people have a problem getting it down because it's really green, but we call it, or it's called elite green protein. Yes, it has spirulina, it has chlorella, it has nopal cactus. Really good. It's real green. I'll just say that it's very green, but it's really good. It gets maybe 16 grams per serving. So I might do a couple servings of that a day. That helps me to get my protein as well. I'm not feeling any weaker. All of my muscles are staying where they need to be. Everything is on point right now. And right now, what I want to do is continue to do 5 to 6 days of under 200 grams of carbs, about 200 grams of protein, maybe a little bit under, because I don't need that much protein. So I might go a little bit under, but that is what we're doing each day. 200 grams of carbs, under that, about 200 grams of protein, and then about 100 grams of fat. So the fat's pretty high. That's what I'm doing right now. And I'm a 200 and right now I'm like 205. So I'm a 205 pound male, and that's all I'm eating. So that equals up to about a little over 2,000 calories. So I'm not eating a lot of calories. That's how I'm doing it. That's what I would suggest for you. If you're trying to cut, you're trying to get lean. I'm really flat right now. I don't know if you can see that. I'm really flat, but when I carb up, which carb up day is tomorrow, when I carb up, everything comes out. I kind of, you know, striations start to come out. My muscles, you know, I'm depleted right now. But I'm doing two hours of cardio a day. It's kicking my ass, okay? I'll be honest. But this is how it's done. This is what I do as a vegan, pretty much raw vegan. This is what I'm doing right now, and this is how you can pretty much see to it that you can do a low carb diet, will not upset your stomach. The only time I've noticed any stomach issues is when I try to do a lot more processed foods. I'm not a big tofu guy. I'm not a big, you know, I don't do soy. I'm not afraid of it, but I won't do it every day. I won't do, you know, mock meats every day. That's not what I do. I try to keep it raw, lots of seeds, lots of, you know, some nuts, lots of greens, and that's what's helping me to cut down. So I'm definitely ripping out. I feel it, I see it, and of course I'm sending pictures to my coach to show him and to keep me accountable, really. That's why I paid him, because I want him to, you know, ask for those pictures. What are we looking like? What are you doing? And then when he sees my pictures, he can tweak some stuff. So sending pictures to my coach, everything feels good, everything looks good, and that's what it's all about. That's why I tell you all, everybody needs a coach if you want to do something great. So although I'm a coach and I coach hundreds of vegans across the world, I still hired a coach because I need somebody to kick me in my butt too. So I hope this answers your question. If you have any more questions on this subject, just comment below. And outside of that, continue to work hard. Get on your low carb game if you want to get your abs, get your cardio up, keep pushing, take pictures every week, and just kind of compare them. And if you're moving, keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about changing anything. And then from there, it will just slowly manifest. So that is going to be the video for today. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. And remember, you too have the right to eat yourself to death or to life. Until the next Q&A tomorrow, I'll talk to you soon. Peace and blessings. I'm out.